So that's why I never understand when people propose to somebody and they'll say no. It's like, did people not talk about it? You didn't talk. You didn't. Yeah, sorry. You didn't have conversation about the fact that you want to get married and. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yetunde. Hope you guys are well. Hope you're doing fine. I'm actually doing my makeup. I am going to my friend's place. She's having an Ebola night. And you guys know already on here that I love food. I don't play about food. So I'm excited for myself today. Tonight, I'm excited for myself. I hope you guys are well. Hope you're doing fine. I just said, let me quickly. I wanted to just make a video. I wasn't planning on making a video. I had another video planned to put out today, but I just thought this would actually make sense for me to share because tomorrow is Sunday, and it's also my wedding anniversary. It's my anniversary. So it's my wedding anniversary, and I'm actually like, wow, super excited and just happy because God has been really faithful. My husband and I would have been married for 7 years. 7 years. Maybe being so. 7 years of marriage, and I'm really grateful to God for His faithfulness over our marriage. That we are here, and I still love him very, very much. I love my husband very, very much after 7 years, and that is the grace of God. I wanted to share like some green flags that my husband had that made me say yes to him. It's got a number of green flags. I know we normally share red flags, but not every time red flag. Sometimes green flag. So these are the green flags that made me say yes to this man. To my man. The first green flag was communication. Like, I had dated guys before that I would, be worried about whether I should call them, should they call me. I don't know if when you're single, you know that game, or you don't want to seem too this, you don't want to seem too that, you don't want to call them too much, you don't really call that much. Maybe he calls you from time to time, or maybe in the beginning he's calling you and then he doesn't really call, that kind of vibe. Like I couldn't, like, when I was dating or talking to some guys, like, it would be like I couldn't really predict when, like, they would call me or whatever. And the ones that called me a lot, I guess I didn't really like them. But with my husband, he communicated all the time. Like, he would call me every day, like 2-3 times a day to check up on me. He would call me to let me know what's going on with him. He's always been a good communicator, especially when it comes to keeping me updated and posted in what's happening or what's going on with him. Like, he always made that a priority, and I love that because it always made me feel secure. Like, I felt like, wow, he's keeping me in the loop. There was never once a time where I felt like, oh, well, okay, I didn't know that, or I felt out of the loop. I felt sure and certain that this man will call me. Like, or if he didn't call me, I'll call him, and I didn't feel away. So that was like one. The second one was that he was very open and honest with me. On our first or second date, like official date, that he basically was like, yeah, this is how much I earn. How much do you earn? I was like, he said, I earn this at the office, and I earn this with my other jobs outside the office. This is how much I make. How much do you make? I was just like, okay. I told him how much I make, and that's how it's always been. He was very transparent with his finances and very open and honest about how he made his money, and that was a definite green flag for me. Another one was that he was not fazed by my desire to get married pretty quickly. I think, later he did share that he was like, "Ooh," when I told, because when he wanted to date me, and I was like, "Okay, but you know what? I'm getting married next year." He was just like, "Whoa," it's in himself. But what came out was, "Okay, I guess we're getting married." No, I said I'm getting married this year, and he was like, "Okay, well, I guess I'm getting married this year. We're getting married this year." He said that when I said that to him, it freaked him out, but he was just like, "Okay, whatever this girl wants, I'm gonna do. Like, I want this girl. I want her." That to me was a plus, a plus plus. Green flag, green flag. Oh my God, thank you, Jesus. I found her earring. A second earring. I found Fermi's second earring. I thought I'd lost them both. Thank you, Jesus. Oh. Another green flag for me was that he wanted to be involved in the things that I was doing. Like, he helped me. So I had one of my friends then, like, that used to help me film like some of my videos and stuff and really encourage me. And like Emmanuel basically joined him. Like, he would come around and see what I was shooting, offer to shoot with me, offer to shoot for me. Like, he was very much involved and wanted to be involved in everything I was doing, including like when I would go out with my friends. If it was like a opening, like if it wasn't like a girls' night thing or whatever, he would be like, "Okay, let's go to this place." Me and my friends were going to the beach or something, or going somewhere like an outing. He was always ready to join. He just wanted to be around me, and that was a plus for me because I wanted someone that also would, kind of get to know my friends as well, and he made that effort, that was a green flag for me. Another green flag for me was that he was telling his family about me straight from the get go. Don't take this. I know that there's some guys that are very unserious that do this, and I've been there as well, so I get it. But it was different because like, it wasn't just talking to the family. I went to go meet them, and he wanted to meet my family, and it was like there was just like it felt right. It was different to all those that had introduced me to as my wife. He never did that, actually. He just said, "This is Yetune. I really like her. I really care about her. I want to marry her." That kind of vibe. That was what he told his sisters. And that made me feel secure in our relationship. And yeah. Also, one of the things that I don't think I've ever shared on here was that before we got engaged, we already had our wedding date. Like, we had not done the official, he's down on bended knee. We've not done that. We've not, like, even my friends were like, "Are you sure you guys are going to get married?" He's like, "You're so sure," like, but he's not proposed. I was like, "Please, that's just for formality." I was like, "It's for formality. That one is just Oyinbo formality. Like, we're getting married. This is the date. You people should put this date down." Because I'd already asked my mum, "What date do you think, what date will work for you?" She gave me a date, and that was the date, November the 19th. And yeah, and that was that. For me, there was no ifs or buts. It was a definite. I had zero doubt, that we were getting married. So I always knew that the engagement, like the whole, like, giving me the ring and going down on bended knee, was just going to be a case of a surprise, like a nice little surprise for me, because I was very surprised on the day. So, but I knew it was coming. So that's why I never understand when people propose to somebody and they'll say no. It's like, did people not talk about it? You didn't talk. You didn't. Yeah, sorrow. You didn't have conversation about the fact that you want to get married and all that kind of stuff. I thought that was really strange. I think that's really strange. I think that you should. I feel like you should know. You should have an idea, and you should have an understanding, kind of thing. And that's what we did, and I loved that. I felt it made me feel, again, it made me feel affirmed, and I didn't have any doubt. And yeah. Another green flag for me was how he handled our arguments. We never had many arguments when we were dating, to be honest, but we did have one major one. And to be honest, it was my fault. It was my fault. I had kept him waiting. I think I'd gone on I had a shoot, and it was a long day, and I was tired, and we had a date planned. We had a date planned, but we basically got back and to my residence that I was staying at, and I was just talking with my friend, taking my time to get ready. Meanwhile, my guy was in the office waiting. He'd been waiting for me for ages, and he was tired. Like he said, he was literally falling asleep in the office. And when he was like, "Oh, maybe we should do it another day," I was like, "Okay, fine." I was like, "I'm dressed, but okay, fine." And he was like, "Okay, if you're dressed, then let's go." And I was like, "No, like, it's not my force. I don't want to force you." Da da da. I had an attitude, and that was I had an attitude. I really did. This is what happens when the guy likes you, man. Women, we like shakara. Honestly, sometimes our shakara is too much, and I guess things could have gone left if he would have been like, "You know what, forget this girl." And he was obviously he was annoyed, and he was like, "Okay, you know what, you don't want to come down. Like, I've been waiting for you, this one, that one." Like, and I was like, "No, it's okay. You don't have to just go. You don't have to do anything. I don't want to be forcing you." He's like, "I would not be telling you to come down now if it's not by like I'm not feeling forced." And I was like, "No, I'd rather you didn't." We did not have dinner that night, and he went home, and he was really upset. I was upset, but I wasn't too bothered. Look at my life, man. I had a lot of I think because I'd seen Pepe with relationships, I was just like, I beg, if you want me, then you got to work hard for me. Thank God that he did not see that and run. Like he still was persistent, and when he got home, as soon as he got home, he called me. I think he was even on the third mainland bridge when he called me, and he was like, he doesn't want things to be like this. Like, I apologized, and he apologized, and well, he apologized first, but it was just more of the fact that he didn't he was annoyed. Like, I could hear the irritation in his voice. He didn't raise his voice at me. He didn't disrespect me. He was able to express his discontent about the situation without, talking down to me or calling me out of my name. Like, obviously I feel like that's a standard thing, but you can say that, and some people, they'll show their real colors will be showing. But I forgot to put concealer on. Put it on now. But yeah, so that was a real green flag for me, because it was like, oh, okay, so I felt like he handled it pretty well, and yeah, shout out to him for that. There were many green flags that my husband has, that I could go on about, and this video would be super long, but I just thought I should share these things, these green flags, and also encourage anyone that is in a relationship or seeking out a relationship to kind of like, weigh up the green flags and the red flags. And, if those green flags are more, then you may have found your person. But yeah, I am so grateful to have my person, and the green flags have increased. I can say that. I can testify that the green flags have increased, and I'm just really, really grateful for my husband. And I don't know if you guys have watched the video of my husband singing to me. So romantic. If you haven't watched it, the link is in my description box. So have a look, have a watch. It makes me emotional thinking about it. I was emotional on the day. Like, I was emotional on the day. My boo. That man is like, he's my dream man and my reality, and I'm just truly grateful for him. But yeah, 7 years, guys. Glory be to God. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys my finished look after. Almost there. And yeah, let me know what green flags, if you're married or if you're on your way to marriage, and you have, you know, what green flags about your partner stood out for you that made you be like, yeah, this is my guy. This is my guy. What are the green flags? Share in the comment section below. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
This is us. We're off out. We're gonna eat abula night. Abula night. Abula. When the abula finishes.